Hello friends, I am Asad Kumar Sahu. Welcome to the last session of Value Chain Business Model. In this session, we will be discussing about role of technology in the value chain. As you know, ICT, which stands for Information and Communication Technology, plays an important role in agricultural value chains, with their varying strengths and weaknesses when applied to particular intervention. So first we will be discussing about ICT and its impact on the rural economies. From making a simple call to a contact for information to gaining access to new markets and buyers or obtaining expert advice from the distant expert. ICT, particularly the mobile phone, has made obtaining the right information on demand achievable for many people, despite of their remoteness. The impact on productivity can be measured in terms of increased returns to farmer through the changes in the cropping pattern, yield increases and better prices for inputs and the outputs. Non-price factors such as information on the availability of inputs, seed quality and the adaptation of modern techniques are also critical in raising productivity. So before 1990s, ICT in agriculture um, was mainly the use of radio and TV, especially radio in Africa and some parts of America. Now many countries including India, Indonesia, Thailand and Vietnam have simple short message services, that is called SMS, through cellular telephones for market price of agricultural commodities. These cater to a range of clients from farmers to market intermediaries. Applications for sharing even more types of timely and relevant information in ways that are tailored to individual needs are only a few steps away, and many new solutions are being now tested. So now we'll be discussing about the potential impact of the ICT over the value chain. We'll take two examples to discuss. The first one is the Fishers in Kerala during 2007. A study impacts of Fishers' use of mobile phones on how they conducted business and ultimately on their incomes. The study found that the introduction of mobile phones decreased the price dispersion of and the spoilage of the catch, typically to 5 to 8% prior to mobile phone use, by facilitating the dissemination of the information about which port had the greatest need of fish and hence the highest prices. The mobile phone allowed the fishers to call in just before they docked their boats to obtain timely price information and decide on which port they have to go and sell their fish. After using the mobile phone, fishers' prices rose by some 8%, while the prices of the consumer actually fell by 4%. So here both the consumers and the fishermen were benefited. The most compelling aspect of this example is that an outside entity such as an NGO or the government agency did not encourage them to use the mobile phone. So now we'll be discussing about another example about the case in Bangladesh, where the agricultural extension agents use of mobile phones reduce the livestock mortality rate. The internet kiosk, kiosk established by the public sector in India to provide information on market prices and cropping techniques were shown to reduce regional market price fluctuation and increase average yield. In general, the evidence suggests that the main effect of ICT used in rural and agricultural market relate to greater efficiency in the arbitrage of prices and less concentration of market power within the segment of the value chain. This in turn can result in greater supply of the producer groups to growing markets, reduce dependence on transportation for market transaction and lower the price variability. Now we'll be discussing about the advantages and the opportunities of ICT, services. First we'll be discussing about ease of use. The most compelling aspect of these services is that they can provide relevant and timely information in a way that can be absorbed and acted on immediately. For example, I should plant in a week and not today. The services are also generally simple to understand and easy to subscribe to use, and making them compelling entry point for additional information services like education and long-term extension services. Nowadays, trainings or the knowledge are also provided to the farmers or to the producers through the mo- through mobile by using the videos. Then the cost of delivery. Data collection may be expensive for short-term productivity services and typically requires public support. However, the delivery of such services has become more easier and less expensive with the arrival and proliferation of the mobile phones, especially in the developing world. Simple software can be embedded in the phone or downloaded, although many providers choose the even easier and less costly route of providing text messages, that is the SMS. Then provider sustainability. Most short-term productivity services are leveraged on existing infrastructure such as radio station or mobile phone networks. As these providers have already expensed the major cost of their business fixed costs, any additional service entails essentially added value with relatively low incremental cost. The provider therefore have an incentive to add services as long as there is a strong enough demand and willingness to pay. In addition, as most provider and the pre-existing business, they are not entirely depend on one stream of revenue of continue operating, especially in the early periods. Then other than this, tailored services also plays a very important role. Ap- mm, apart from all, apart from a few of these services mentioned, such as radio and different types of information that can be easily added on to or removed from information services, especially the phone-based intervention, depending on the demand for the users. This can maximize the benefits of farmers of different crops or animals and in different regions. For example, we can take the example of top 5 best Android apps for the Indian farmers. The apps are Agri app, IFCO Kisan app, Agri Media Video app, Farm B RML Farmer, and Kisan Yojana. I request all of you to please go through at least these 5 apps, and understand what work they are doing. So I hope all the concepts of the value chain business model are clear after this 5 session. Thank you. Bye bye and happy learning.